Hello, Patriots Colony. Welcome to Taiji and Qigong. With me, I'm Stan Rockwell. Let's get started. First, get your posture, your balance, and your breathing all set. You want to get your foundation set up so your feet are about shoulder width apart, as parallel as you can get them, and as evenly balanced as you can, left, right, front, back, so you settle down into it. Make sure your knees are pointed in the same direction as your toes, and even if we're standing like this, knees and toes are pointed in the same direction, and this knee in the front's always going to be behind your toes. So you just sink down into it. Once you're firmly grounded to the earth, you want to be grounded upwards, so you have an acupressure point, a chakra, whatever you want to call it. But it's the crown of your head, basically. It's the Ba Wei in Chinese. You visualize a line attached there pulling you straight up, or an energetic connection pulling you straight up. As it does, it makes you taller. Stacks your vertebrae on top of each other. Starts to make other changes in your body too. Tailbone drops down a little bit, hips move back a little bit as you stretched upwards. Flattens out your stomach, flattens out your lower back. Tops of your hips are parallel to the floor. Tops of your shoulders are parallel to the floor as they just sink down. An imaginary line across your eyes and ears is parallel to the floor, so that your head is not tilted in any direction. That part's very important. That's a big part of balance, having your head nice and balanced on your shoulders. As that line pulls you up, it lifts the back of your head, tucks your chin in a little bit, and probably moves your head back just a bit to get it nice and balanced on your shoulders, so that if you were to drop a line from that Ba Wei straight down through the middle of your body, through the perineum, you would hit the floor right in the middle of your foundation. And remember, that foundation is an invisible line around the outsides of your feet, and everything inside that rectangle is your foundation, and you always want to have your center somewhere over that foundation. Right now it's going to be probably equally distant between your ankles or those bubbling wells in the forefoot, or somewhere in between, depending on how you're built. Once you're in harmony with gravity and nice and balanced, you focus on your breathing. You inhale through your nose down to your diaphragm, so you feel an expansion all the way around about hip level. 70% rule applies to breathing as well as all the movements, only 70% of whatever you're capable of at this moment. So you don't inhale as deeply as you can. You keep that comfortable too. You touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth behind your front teeth. On the exhale, you pull the pelvic floor up to move as much air out as you can. If you breathe out through your nose, you just leave your tongue where it was, or where it is. If you breathe out through your mouth, you just release the tongue, and you can even sigh. With that sound, you just let whatever tension is inside, whatever tightness is inside, just flow out and away from you. And you just do a quick body scan. If you feel any tightness anywhere, any tension anywhere, you just breathe into it and let it soften. And as you breathe slowly, but again stay in your comfort zone. But you do try to make the exhale last longer than the inhale, to invoke that relaxation response. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. Just breathe in as your arms float up with your palms facing about shoulder high. Turn your hands toward your face. As you press in, you drop the elbows. You push your head back a bit to feel some stretch in your neck. Turn your hands, press out. Arms lengthen out. They drop back down. You tuck your chin a little bit to feel more stretch in your neck. It's an inhale on the way up, and an exhale, and an inhale, and an exhale. One more. Come back to center. Arms come up. Arm comes down, other arm folds over, lines up with your forehead. You turn 70% of your range of motion to the side. You come back to the center. And you Leo jingle off to the side. It's an exhale And an inhale. We'll do one more on each side. Let your arms come down. Do forward shoulder rolls for the shoulders. Remember, if you have issues with your rotator cuffs, just rotate your arms so your palms are facing behind you and you make the circles with your elbows. And rotate towards the back. And then inhale up and exhale down. Hold the ball, some stretch for the back. You press outwards, you inhale to the center and exhale out. Then circles from side to side, keeping everything from the hips down, staying still. So I've got this hand on top. I go just as far as the hip on that side, turn the hands around, come back to the other side. You can just synchronize your breathing so you're inhaling in one direction and exhaling in the other. Back to the center. Hands go to the side. Shift all your weight into the foot on that side. So now that foot's your foundation. Other foot goes out just a bit and touches and comes back so you feel a little bit of stretch in the hips. Exhale and inhale. And for the forward and back motion of the hips, shift all your weight into one foot again. Arms go back just a bit to counterbalance, foot goes forward. You need to rebalance. It's okay to touch your forefoot down in the middle, like right there. Other side. If you're really confident of your balance, you don't have to touch your foot down at all. Just let it swing like a pendulum. Just keeping it in a straight line though, so you're not swinging all around and throwing yourself off because your balance off, because again you want to stay centered over the foot that's holding up all your weight. Toes pointed towards the corner, a little space between your heels, fists at your hips, shift all your weight over, rotate that foot around, step up and punch with the opposite arm. This is the same footwork you do at the beginning of the sun style we've been working on. Because remember, when you rotate your foot like that and step out, your feet are magically shoulder width apart when you keep them lined up with where your toes were, more or less. Second for the knees, shift your weight over. You step up into a forward bow stance, punch, come back. It's an exhale and an inhale. For the ankles, it's just heel and toe. Same thing on the other side. And then lateral motion, outside, inside of the foot, touch about the same spot. So you're focusing on the ankle. And then you just kind of shake everything out a little bit. So we've been working on the sun style for a few weeks now. The third section, and hopefully you've been practicing. I'm going to try to do it backwards again like we did last time. I haven't practiced it backwards since then, so hopefully we can do this okay. So you can mirror me like Harpo and Lucy, or Groucho and Harpo, depending on which program you're watching, and or movie. It starts with your arms coming up, feet pointed, toes pointed towards the corner. You come in, and your left foot's going to come up. Open, close. Eyes are going to look back to the left, and then we're going to do wave hands going to the right. Open, close, and the exact same thing in the other direction. So you step towards your left, look back towards your right, and then wave hands back more or less where you started 3 times. Open, close, and we're going to go to the right with brush knee push. Play the lute, step up to parry and punch. Apparently closing, push the mountain back to the front, open, close, brush knee to your left, play the lute, parry, punch. Apparently closing, push the mountain to the front, open, close, brush knee push to your right, and that long movement, leisurely tie coat, and up and back, and push, open, close, single whip, lowering movement, fist under elbow. And that's how far we got. And then we're going to start working on repulsing monkey, which is basically brush knee push. But before we do that, I know some folks prefer for me to be facing away, but you can't see the hands in, so that's why I was doing it in both directions. So we'll do it this way. Nice and balanced. And begin. Up, down, step, open, close, single whip, wave hands, open, close, single whip, wave hands, open and close, brush knee to the right, play the lute, parry, punch, apparently closing, push the mountain, open, close, brush knee, play the lute, parry, punch, apparently closing, push the mountain back to the front for open, close, brush knee to the right, leisurely tie coat or lazily tie robes, and up and back, push, open, close, that lateral step for single whip, right hand comes around, adjusts that right foot, weight goes back in the lowering movement, fist under elbow, with that little follow step. Remember the follow step, toe doesn't go any further than your heel, and you'll see why in a moment. So if we're here, first thing we're going to do is just relax that right hand, step out with that right foot. As you shift your weight back, you rotate, so 45-degree foot facing in that direction. So your hands come up like brush knee push, bring the left foot in for a T-step. Hand brings that foot around, presses it down. You do a brush knee push to the back, facing away from the screen. So So step back, repulse the monkey. From fist under elbow, step back, repulse the monkey. So instead of doing brush knee push that way, you're doing brush knee push that way. One more time. Fist under elbow, step back, repulse monkey. Now I'll get a little closer so hopefully you can see my feet. We're here. I'm just going to do the feet first. You have to do a 180-degree turn. So as you shift your weight back, drop the heel on the right foot, lift the toes on the left foot, and you turn on the left heel, however far is comfortable for you. Shift your weight back into that left foot, all the weight's on the left foot. Right foot comes in for a T-step, and step straight ahead towards the front, shift your weight in a follow step. That's why you don't want to bring your foot up too far, because when you shift your weight back, you turn around and step on your toes. If you have issues with your knees, hips, ankles, anything that makes that difficult, just stop, turn around, adjust it to whatever works for you. You don't have to necessarily do it this way. This is just how it's traditionally taught. If you remember, drop the heel and lift the toe and rotate and step. You get it right every time. So let's go back from fist under elbow to brush knee push and add the hands. Drop the heel as you do. Remember, whatever is up is going to be down and vice versa. So as you shift your weight, this hand kind of turns that foot around as you get ready to like toss the pie to the front. So right hand takes the right foot around, presses it down, and then brush knee. But since you're going north and south, it's repulse the monkey, but call it whatever you like. Drop the heel, lift the toes, get the hands ready. Brush. Let's do it from fist under elbow. Step back. Repulse monkey to the back. And to the front. This is one we kind of do as a drill sometimes in class, where we'll start here. Go back. Press. Turn. Press. Drop the heel, lift the toe. Press. Drop the heel, lift the toe. Where do you go from here? You just do a brush knee push to your left, so it's drop the heel, lift the toe, adjust it to 45 degrees, right foot to 45 degrees, hands come up to do brush knee, shift your weight right, left hand takes the left foot around, brush knee. So let's do that sequence. I always think of it as kind of like you're doing a square dance. Fist under elbow, step back, repulse monkey to the back. To the front, brush knee push to the left. Let's do it a couple more times. I'll try to do it a little slower this time. Fist under elbow. We'll step back. Repulse to the back. To the front. Brush knee push to the left. Let's come back to the front. Let's do the third section all the way up through there. So it starts off with open and close, brush knee push to the right, lazily tie coat or leisurely tie robes, and up, back, little turn, and a push. Open, close, lateral single whip, lowering movement. Fist under elbow. Step back. Repulse monkey. To the back. To the front. Brush knee. To the left. Come back to center. That gives you good practice changing directions and maintaining your balance when you're going in any directions. And if you study other forms of Tai Chi, they'll do this type of turn semi-frequently. There's a couple of ways that they do 180-degree turns, but that's the one that's most commonly used these days that I've come across in taking classes with various people. So let's do it all the way through up to there. Starting at the beginning. Nice and balanced. And begin. Up, down. Open, close. Single whip. Wave hands. Open, close. Single whip. Wave hands. Open, close. Second section, first part, brush knee push to the right. Play the lute, parry, parry, punch. Apparently closing. Push the mountain. Open, close. Second part of the second section, brush knee to the left. Play the lute, parry, parry, punch. Apparently closing. Push the mountain to the front. Open, close. First part of the third section, brush knee push to the right. Lazily tie coat or leisurely tying robes or back, push to the front, open, close, lateral single whip, lowering movement, fist under elbow, step back, repulse monkey to the back and then to the front, brush knee push to the left. And let's finish it right there. Next week, it's another leisurely tie robe to the left, which we actually went over maybe, I think about 3 weeks ago or so. And then you'll come back to the front for open and close. And then the second part of the third section is an exact mirror image of the first part of the third section. So you're almost there. Get yourself nice and balanced. Just come up on your toes, let everything tense up. And don't hurt yourself though, just whatever feels comfortable. Just let everything relax as you exhale. Any tension inside just flows out. So inhale and exhale. One more. And just loosen up your legs a little bit of balance. Actually, all these exercises, all these movements you can do is balance. Particularly brush knee push, because you can do it really slowly. Bring that foot in for a T-step. Just hold it there. Hand takes that foot around. Holds it there. Lowers it down. Shift your weight very slowly. Back foot does that little step. The slower you do it, the stronger you'll get, the more balanced you'll get. But again, take your time. Patience is one of the things we learn in this. Let's balance everything out. So inhale up and exhale down. We'll just do 3. Thanks for joining me. And Leo's been wandering around. Annie's been asleep on the couch the whole time. I don't know if you could hear her snoring or not, but stay safe, healthy, and well. And we will see you next week. Take care.